Been following me on Bam account. The fuck? I knew she was gonna follow me too. Wait, huh? I don't remember following. What the fuck? I didn't follow her on this account.
I never anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him to the hunter, like he trying to move it. It was like 11 in the morning, skip school, that's the truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning. I had me up by the morning. I had me some breaks by the morning. I had a sis by the morning. I got on a meat on the morning. The rats keep me up on the podium. I had a in my shoulder.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction of the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Probably gonna go stream 2 games tonight. It's already 2:42 in the morning. So y'all just let me know what y'all want me to stream more of, more Madden, 2K, Fortnite, anything y'all let me know.
They go play action here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
That was a nice play fake. That was a nice play fake.
On the crossing route, complete. It's Thomas, and he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. You know, early on this year, we thought that Michael Thomas might threaten Marvin Harrison's record of 143 catches in a season. Didn't quite get there, but he did lead the NFL CD, 125 of them.
And he's smart enough to make sure he's attached at the hip with his quarterback, Drew Brees. And they connected on a staggering 85% of his targets, the highest percentage of any quarterback-receiver combo in NFL history. It definitely justifies his social media handle, Can't Guard Mike.
Time for me to bring the heat.
Brees now on first down.
Russell.
Wow. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 25 yards for the touchdown.
He caught that.
The Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive.
Over 2 defenders, 1 in the front of the ball. That's 2. He probably finna go for 2. He probably finna go for the 2-point conversion.
Lutz now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line.
Get that block. No.
Nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
You can play. That's gonna be fun. You play against QJ. What's the name?
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a first and 10 at the 31-yard line.
I thought he was on PlayStation.
I think he mostly do it.
Prescott from the gun. Flush to his right. He's got him in. Complete. And they got it right across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. He got 29 yards that time. change of scenery turned out to be really good this year for Cooper and the Cowboys. 9 games with them, over 700 yards, including that 217-yard three-score performance against the Eagles.
And remember, that last score was in overtime to give Dallas a huge win in the NFC East and help propel them to a division title.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Every time I pass the ball, damn near, I lag, and I get set.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Prescott now from the 50. And the pressure gets to him again. Cameron Jordan in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy.
And that's caught inside the 35.
Now that is tough.
An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
Yeah,
so they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. It's
Bro, what is he doing?
Complete to the tight end. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Well, as the dust settles for the New Orleans Saints on this season, yes, a lot of disappointment for the 2nd year in a row. But, you know, 13-3, #1 seed for the first time since 2009. Now, they did suffer the first home playoff loss under Breeze and Peyton after 6 wins, but a lot to be proud of this year.
Oh, Jeffy!
It's complete.
Hi.
A breakaway from Michael Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Drew Brees, his 2nd touchdown pass here in the opening quarter of this game. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Now a toss going left. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. They get the conversion, and Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
CD, before this next drive gets going, the Pro Bowl took place January 27th in Orlando. 3rd year in a row that the AFC has won, and really the 3rd year in a row where the weather in Orlando has not been too kind. It was ice cold 2017.
They haven't got first down yet?
And then downpours the last couple of years.
Yeah, in addition to it being cool as well again this year, so rain and cold, that hurts the crowd a little bit, but still, this game has evolved into what I would call a crazier type NFL game.
Bro, he can't even hold his block.
When there's tackling going on. How about receivers playing defensive back? Defensive backs like Jalen Ramsey catching touchdown passes. And to cap it all off, when they awarded the MVP trophy to, I believe, Patrick Mahomes, it broke.
Yeah, indeed, it was Mahomes, the MVP of the offense. Jamal Adams, MVP of the defense in the 26-7 AFC victory. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down. Spectacular catch turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Prescott escaping the pressure right. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Cameron Jordan able to disrupt yet another pass play. His third sack of the afternoon. On second down, Elliott. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the carry, so a pretty good game, but still left with a tough 3rd and 8. Elliott, the leading rusher for the second time in his 3 NFL seasons, 1,434 yards, more than 100 better than second-place Saquon Barkley.
And the offense runs through Ezekiel Elliott in depth.
Oh, my offensive line not doing nothing.
Alex Okafor in there to drop him for a loss of 10, and it'll be 4th and long. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it.
Nice, huh?
That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Well, as they get ready for this next drive, we shift our attention to a little Super Bowl conversation. The 3rd time that the Super Bowl, Charles, is going to be played in Atlanta, and the Patriots had 35,000 folks come out in Foxborough before departing for a little rally.
How about that? You would think that would be a fan base who might be a little bit blasé about the whole thing because they seem to go just about every year. But they continue to use their rallying cry. They hate us because they ain't us. And as for the game,
looking for Gannon, it's intercepted.
This should be
picked off near the 29. But he will take this down to the 10-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Now Elliott. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm
and he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Right after, right down the middle. And this is back to an 8-point game. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10, right at the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings him second down.
He gets behind my
the upcoming Super Bowl, so many storylines, but one that obviously grabs you. Sean McVay just turned 33 January 24th, youngest coach ever to take a team to the Super Bowl. Double that age for Bill Belichick, who's 66, and Charles, that's the largest gap between coaches in Super Bowl history.
Yeah, and when you think about it, obviously the age comes into play, but to me it's more the experience. The number of times that the Patriots have gone to the Super Bowl with Belichick leading them versus Sean McVay's first time in the Super Bowl leading the Rams. Will that game experience come into play at all?
He's getting past my receivers every time.
Raised up through the NFL system, no matter how young he might be. Remember, his grandfather was a head coach and a GM in the league. He gets it. He understands. I highly expect the moment to be just fine for him and not too big.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. On first down, Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
The dude had the Saints, he fucked up if he did do that spin.
They'll run it with Kamara. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe...
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Saints add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Well, Charles, as the Cowboys take over here, what do you think of the season that Dallas had? Yes, they get the playoffs, but that's now 6 straight divisional round games that they've lost.
And that doesn't make you feel great as an organization. But think about this season. They started 3-5.
My offensive lineman is right there.
Questions about their head coach Jason Garrett's future. They finished 7-1 to claim that 3rd NFC East title in 5 years. And then they had a playoff win over Seattle as well. So I think the future looks good for Dallas. I also like what they're building in terms of Dak Prescott, Ezekiel
My
Elliott
offensive
on
lineman
offense.
right there.
But how
He just
about
go
on defense?
blow
They got
right
2 of
past
the
him and
better
tackle.
young linebackers in the league, and Jalen Smith and Leighton Vander Esch. Build around them and watch for the Cowboys to be in the
Look at
mix
that.
in
Look,
years to
right
come.
there.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll try to throw now. Prescott eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going in.
Right, I can't even get a pass
This one
off.
is down he goes.
Fucking
Cameron Jordan. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Out now comes the
Well,
Cowboys
this is
punter.
a nice pass,
He'll
I think.
kick it away for the 2nd time. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Over the middle, Amari Cooper, it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace, Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
2nd down, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want. You better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, you got to pay it off with some points.
He's chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. From the red zone now, Prescott. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he powers his way up past the 30. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. On 2nd down, Kamara.
What?
Setting the tackler that gives him some room.
Oh my God,
It's a foot race.
This is crazy.
He's
How
at
they
the
just let
30.
him out.
10.
That was me. I would have tripped over
New Orleans. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's
I
not
bet.
worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And then I feel
and now Dallas gets set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Oh, what a catch there by Cooper. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose.
God dang, how many? Bro, 2K got so many updates.
How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
And those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They got
don't
a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. In on the tackle, Alex Okafor.
Ezekiel Elliott can't spin off of a
Back
defender like
now
that in
in
the backfield.
Arlington.
How does Camaro?
It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. They go to Elliott again. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let him outside where they can really show the defense.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Oh, man.
Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Cowboys have cut it to within a score.
Try to get past it. You get paid next week, right?
Yeah. Finally.
All right, so the Cowboys will go for 2 here.
I gotta go for it. I just scored a touchdown. I gotta go for it though too again. Well, I really don't. But...
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott.
What?
Over the middle, and it's in.
Wow,
what?
what?
Protection was
How's
great.
that
He had time to set
smothered?
up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most
I swear to
places
God,
on the
just to go
field,
off the back of the
if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver.
Jump.
But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion,
Wow,
all
smothered.
that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Shotgun now for Brees.
What?
He gets this
Vander,
one
what are you
complete to
doing?
Tre'Quan Smith.
Bro, if
And
this
they
is not a
finally
bailout, I don't know
get
what
him,
is.
but not before he reaches the 27.
He threw the ball right in front
It's
of
a
my
big play
linebacker.
there
My
for the
linebacker just stood
Saints.
there.
48 yards.
Wow, this is crazy. I'm hopping off after this. I'm not playing Madden no more. Got me fucked up. It's crazy how much they bending this thing out. Niggas just threw the ball right in front of my dude, and my dude just stood there. But if that was me, that would have been a pick.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Brees. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play. Now Brees throwing on 2nd down. Finding room to the
why
front.
can-
He throws
oh
and he
my
gets the
God.
same route to Thomas. And he's all the way
Getting
down
no
to the
type of pressure.
13-yard line. His game receiving just keeps
I
getting
hit that
bigger.
fucking
He's
shot,
over
bro.
200 yards now on the afternoon. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Alex, so we play some more games and
Again, it's Kamara. And they're going to lose some
we play
on
more
this
games
play.
and
Being knocked
Madden.
back to
I'm
the
trying to get on
18.
Rex Center.
That'll be a
I'm not
loss of a
playing. This
yard,
is my
and it
last game
leads
of
to a
Madden. My
3rd
first
down.
game, last game.
Time for a break.
They built
We'll
this
come
out
back for
too
the
much, way too
electrifying
much.
conclusion after this. Back-to-back running plays, putting them in negative territory. What can they do coming up on 3rd and 15? Now Brees. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And Lutz's kick is good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a two-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
All he had to do was block that one dude. That could have been all the way there to the house.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Flushed out right. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for second down. Prescott now on second down. Forced out, and he's taken down.
I'm in the throwing animation. They still give him shit. And I'm in the throwing animation.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what'll be an important third down. Prescott.
What you mean like we contested you? Oh, man.
Got his man complete. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion. First down now, but that clock rolling. First down, Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very solid gain of 27. And with just over 40 seconds now remaining, he gets up and
oh my fucking goodness, what's up? Miss. Bro, they not.
To the air again, Prescott. Over the middle, he hits Austin. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. This is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Cowboys...
How you get the foul?
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. He'll look to throw.
Bro, look at this. I can't even get the
as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone.
I feel like
never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Fucking take a knee. I knew it.
Money. Bro, I can't hit shit. What the fuck?
They start the drive on the ground with Hill. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
21. Breeze to throw. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
Feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.